don't come this way, don't come this way, he's coming this way. I didn't know what they were talking about. I still thought we were in a drill, and I started to follow them. I didn't realize at the time that I was actually headed towards the shooter. And as I was running in the opposite direction, literally anywhere where I could, just following the herd, I don't know the man's name, but he's an amazing janitor, and he stopped me and about 100 other kids and said, stop, don't come this way, he's coming this way. So the second that he said that, Ashley Kirk, who I don't think she's out there tonight, but I saw her earlier today, and she's the culinary teacher at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. She opened up her classroom and got about 65 students in the matter of 30 seconds into her classroom. That was about 100 square feet because we all ran into a closet. She got all of us 65 in there in the matter of 30 seconds. All the while there were multiple gunshots going off, probably about 100 feet away from her. We couldn't tell where they were coming from, but because of her, I'm alive. So I would like us to give a round of applause. But after we got in there, and again, we still thought it was a drill, as we were in there, we started reading the headlines and realizing that this was anything but a drill, this was life or death. And at the time I realized that this could be a serious situation where I could have died. I started to think, if I died here, was I going to be like the billions of other background characters that have lived in human history? It was a humbling experience in that humanity only has a few select 100 people that they choose to remember. And realizing that and coming to terms with that was something that I didn't want to, because I thought my entire life that I wanted to change the world. I wanted to be that 17-year-old that worked as hard as I could. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something amazing. If I was going to die there, and our souls were left behind on that classroom floor, hopefully our voices, and some of the other ones that I interviewed as a student journalist at the school and school's news director, hopefully our voices would carry on to the halls of Congress and echo across the nation. We eventually did make it out of there. Everybody in my classroom survived, and sadly not everyone at my school did. But that's why we're fighting for change, because I'm here, I'm alive, and we have to change something. We have to do something about this. What we're trying to do now is take action in Congress. We tried meeting with some people even in Florida with our state legislation and meeting with them, but sadly they wouldn't. And that speaks testaments, because really what they're trying to do there is trying to make us forget. And we're not going to let that happen. We aren't. Because only one Republican lawmaker was able to meet with us. And don't get me wrong, this is not a Republican or Democrat issue. This is an issue of lives, and this is a nonpartisan issue. We have worked together. But through realizing how our elected officials are funded and realizing that many of them are funded by these people at the NRA, and don't get me wrong, 99.9% of the people in the NRA are amazing people. They are some of the best people in this nation in that they're politically active individuals that care about gun safety and want to be responsible individuals and fight for their own rights, and they have every right to do so. But the problem is the people at the top of the NRA that aren't working on behalf of those individuals. They're working on behalf of the gun manufacturers that want to continue to I think one of the most important things for you guys to realize is what these politicians that are in Congress right now, what these politicians, even in some of our states, are trying to do is make us forget. They're hoping that we move on, that we don't have this news and press media coverage. They're hoping that we all forget and that we all move on with our lives and they continue to get reelected, and we're not going to let that happen. Honestly, stay woke, get out and vote. You know? Stay informed. Because these people, they will not lose their clench on the ropes of power until we take it from them. We need to be an educated democracy, because when we're not and we're not active, we lose our democracy and we lose our future. That's it. As a last point, we have to remain educated. We have to stay awake, and we have to never, ever fall asleep and become neglectful of what our democracy is. Because when we do that, when we forget why we have to get out and vote, these children's lives are taken, but we're not going to let that happen. We're going to take this to midterms. We're going to take this across the nation and across the world, because our future is too important.